robber, you guys, and this is a quick one, okay? Because a robber tried twice to shoot a Northeastern Bend marijuana dispensary worker. But the gun malfunctioned, you guys, police say. Co-workers caught him, and a gunman robbing a Northeast Bend marijuana dispensary on Tuesday afternoon struck an employee in the face and tried to fire 2 shots at her, but the handgun malfunctioned, police said. He managed to walk out of the door with a bag of marijuana before other workers grabbed him and put him in a headlock until officers arrived. Police responded around 4:40 p.m. to Top Shelf Medicine at the 800 block of Northeast Greenwood Avenue after an employee called 911 to report she'd been struck in the face and threatened with a handgun before the robber took a bag of marijuana and walked out of the door. Bend Police Communications Manager Sheila Miller said the suspect attempted to fire 2 shots at the employee, but the handgun malfunctioned, Miller said. Other employees put the suspect into a headlock and held him until officers arrived less than a minute later, and Miller said 2 workers were injured while they restrained the man. Officers used a WRAP device to restrain the suspect, who was taken first to the nearby Bend Police Headquarters, then into St. Charles Bend. Once released from the hospital, Miller said that he will be booked into the Dutchess County Jail on charges of attempted murder, first-degree robbery, unlawful use of a weapon, second-degree assault, 2 counts of fourth-degree assault, harassment, 3 counts of menacing, interference with a 911 call, and felon in possession of a firearm. News Channel 21's policy is not to name arrested individuals until and unless formal charges are filed, you guys. Well. Shout out to these employees over here at this shop. It sounds like they got some great employees over there that are willing to put their life on the line against this guy. And I don't understand why people would do this, just run into a store just to grab a bag of weed or whatnot. But nonetheless, I can't explain a lot of things nowadays. But what do y'all think about this?
This whole story is just so crazy all around. Everything about it. Like, this dude tried to execute her on camera over what, like a pound of weed? That's crazy.
Well, it doesn't mention a weight. It does not mention a weight. So it just.
Well, I'm speculating about a weight. It's a bag, Oregon, so I'm assuming it's a turkey bag.
And well, it could have been, because Oregon does do deli style, so it could have been more than an eighth or more than an ounce or whatnot. So
I'm gonna give him a benefit of a doubt and say it was a turkey bag and not he tried to shoot somebody over like 2 grams.
You know why I love this story? I love this story because it proves that guns don't shoot people, people shoot people. Mm-hmm. So I love this fucking story because the gun said, "Not today, Satan."
How does it prove that?
Right.
I like this one. And also,
that actually, if the gun said "not today," aren't you proving that it is the gun and not the person?
No, because the gun malfunctioned.
That's what you just said.
The guy was trying. The gun didn't do it. The gun did not autonomously.
The gun stopped him. You're claiming that the gun autonomously stopped him.
The gun stopped him.
Guns don't kill people. Guns save people.
Maybe it was because he turned his head at the right time.
Gun saved lives.
Didn't work.
Oh, God. I mean, like, yeah, I think this is insane. And, like, honestly, when we had to do raid trainings and things like that for our staff, like, I always told them, I'm like, listen, we had a big-ass cart in the back in Colorado. I'm like, if somebody robs this store, I don't pay you enough to, like, protect this weed. Put it on the cart, roll it to the car for them, wave at them, have a nice day. You know what I mean? Like, give them whatever it is. Like, you can't replace people, you can replace weed. So, like, I think it's really shitty that people have to go to work and worry about guns being put in their face because the federal government has created something that has made a plant so fucking valuable that people get shot for it.
You know what? One thing I do wonder, because it didn't specify in the article. One thing I do wonder is if one of those employees was an actual security guard of this place, or if it was just 2 employees of the place and the security guard is just standing around observing and reporting.
You ever been like, today's the day, and you get the chance for today to be the day? Because today could be the day for me. I'm going to lose my shit today.
I mean, it's in Oregon. They might just not have a security guard at that store. Like, I don't think that they might not be required to in Oregon, and the price of weed is so low there, they might just opt in Bend to not have a security guard. Because I imagine if there was a security guard that he would be armed with something, a taser, a mace,
I don't know. I mean, in West Hollywood, we're not allowed to have armed security guards, so it could be something in their municipality that doesn't allow security guards to have guns too.
Yeah, it's possible, but yeah, I don't know. If anything, I also think it's crazy. But after his weapon misfired, he still tried to grab something and run out of the store, like, or as the article said, walk out of the store. Like, bro, your weapon doesn't work. They know that you ain't armed anymore. Like, you got to just get out of there.
Yeah,
then they threw a large can of ass whip on him. Which I like to see.
Deservedly.
I think we're all tired of these little shits coming in and just committing crime right and left, and then thinking I'm going to walk out and no one's going to do something about it. It's
when they
giving
said
people the incentive to want to kick your ass if you try that.
Yep.
They say anything else about
if I was in that store and it didn't fire, and I knew you couldn't shoot somebody, I'd help them beat the fuck out of you right inside there.
100%. And Dale Schafer is a big fucking guy, you guys.
Yes.
Like a real big fella. He's a big
old,
fella.
but I can still smack somebody in the kisser.
I was gonna say though, the injuries sustained by the 2 other employees from restraining him, I hope those injuries were only things related to their fists and their elbows from hitting.
It would be work
Maybe they
injuries,
broke a big toe, you know what I mean? Because it's Oregon. They were wearing like Tevas or something, kicking this guy.
Oh boy.
Birkenstocks with socks.
Oh man.
I think
they're just barefoot.
Is officially,
they're just barefoot, stomping on toe jams.
The white people dreadlock capital of the world.
That's Portland, or outside of a few cities in Oregon. Oregon is a very conservative place.
Oh yeah,
yes. A rural place.
Yeah. Shout out.
Unless you're in Portland.
Isn't that where the Bundy standoff was?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say the whole Eamon Bundy thing was in Oregon. I think not too far from Bend, right?
Yeah, like Oregon was one of the few states, I think until recently, had not officially abolished slavery.
I think they were the last state to do so.
Yeah.
Woof.